Well, it's really excellent news if you're New York City Mayor Eric Adams, because the Trump team, DOJ, decided to drop the weaponized charges that were originally brought by the Biden administration. Do you really think that the Biden administration went after Eric Adams because their justice system was completely nonpartisan and wanted to apply the law equally? That is one hypothesis. Of course, given the fact how they tried to weaponize it to go after their political rivals, that calls into question. But being a Democrat, maybe that protects him. The answer, of course, is no. Because originally what happened was that Eric Adams, at behest of the Turkish government, expedited an inspection on one of their buildings because, the bureaucracy in New York City, you've got to wait forever unless you can kind of grease the palm of somebody, which used to happen all the time, but not under the totally fair Biden admin. No, their DOJ applies the law equally. And so because he received a first-class upgrade to his airline flight at behest of the Turkish government, I believe it was on the way to Turkey, the Biden administration brought corruption charges against Eric Adams. Question: do you really think that it was because, once again, they were applying the law judiciously and equally? Or maybe, just maybe, it's because Eric Adams stood up to their ploy to get illegal aliens all over the country at the taxpayer expense? What happened is that Eric Adams saw it coming out of his budget, that he had to supply the illegals with food cards, with free hotel rooms that cost hundreds of dollars a night in really nice hotels. And he noted the fact that there are plenty of people on Social Security who have worked their whole lives, who have paid into it, that are earning from the government, not earning, but getting less than an illegal alien who just shows up here and is getting $1,500 a month as an incentive to come. Do you realize how many people in foreign countries earn less than $1,000 a month? And here we are giving it away for free, and you don't think that this is an incentive for them to venture on over here to break the law in order to achieve that level of wealth given away by the government? And you are incentivizing, maybe some people that have the cojones to make it across the border and to take that risky trip, but you're not necessarily incentivizing those who want to come here and work. Because what I know for sure is that people respond to the incentives that are given, and the government is intentionally incentivizing them to come here. And the question, of course, is why? Well, is it for the cheap labor? Well, they're giving them money for free. There's not really that much need to work, along with free Medicare and hotel rooms. But maybe it's partly for the cheaper labor that, of course, eats away at the earnings of those who in less skilled jobs and increases profits for the companies that hire them. Or maybe it's because they wanted more votes and they wanted a permanent blue majority that would owe the Democrats who brought them here their vote in perpetuity, because that's how we work. We work as human beings according to reciprocity. This is what drives humans. This is one of the laws of human interaction. So because Eric Adams stood in the way and had some questions for the Biden administration, was not playing ball with them, they brought these charges. There's no doubt that in the back rooms, he might have been threatened, that this was a lever that they've used against countless other mayors or governors or whoever they want to fall into line and to not question them, the ability to weaponize the Justice Department and stick it after them. This is a tremendous evil that has been done. I believe that even if the justice system in the past had been weaponized, that the Americans have been aware of it because of how blatant the Biden administration was. So I absolutely applaud Donald Trump, who might have known what it's like to have the justice system go after him and make up all sorts of false charges and accusations, that given the fact that this was in all likelihood a political prosecution, that even if Eric Adams was guilty, that Trump should absolutely drop the charges. I don't want somebody going to jail or losing their position because of the prior administration deciding to weaponize our justice system. And I keep saying that because it's such a big deal. It used to be that we thought that if you were accused of a crime, that you were at minimum somebody who deserves suspicion. Whether or not you are guilty is another matter, because you're innocent until proven guilty. But now we know, or we think, that if you step out of line against the US government, they will come after you. And this is what a banana republic is like. This is what it's like living somewhere without true rule of law and impartiality and blind justice, which is what under the Constitution, our judicial system was designed to be. So we should be thankful and applaud, once again, this move by the Trump administration, even if they extracted something from Eric Adams regarding illegal immigrants within the confines of New York City, for dropping the charges. And we should be thanking, once again, Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, Pam Bondi, for restoring faith in America, in our judicial system, and what is fairness. I don't want anybody to be prosecuted for political reasons. But if you broke the law, and many Democrats did, maybe you'll find out what it's like to be on the opposite end, but only if you broke the law. Don't look at the person and then search for the crime. That's the Soviet tactic. But we'll see what's going to happen in the future to these Democrats that perverted our justice system. Guys, thumb up the video, subscribe if you haven't yet, and leave me your thoughts in the comments. Have a fantastic day. Peace.